very famous example from the British peppered moth. In 1811, in the year 1811, was white. Then basically the Industrial Evolution came. You might remember that from school. The Industrial Revolution was really dusty, dirty, and stuff like that, and the environment got a lot darker. That actually led to the change of the peppered moth, and in 1848, which is really, really short after, only a couple of years later, the peppered moth was a lot darker. It was a lot darker than before, because if it were white and the background is darker, it really sticks out. So all it did, it basically avoided death. It didn't want to stick out, it didn't want to be eaten. So adaptation is that you don't lose what you already have. The moth is already alive, and it doesn't want to lose its life. Adaptation, in your case, might be that you don't want to lose your clients, or you don't want to lose your revenue, or you don't want to lose your business. You have to basically change to fit the new environment. That's what adaptation is all about. The world will not adapt to you. You have to adapt to the world. Charles Darwin said the famous thing, it is not the strongest species that survive, nor the most intelligent, but the ones most responsive to change. So adaptation is nothing more than the basis of survival. With adaptation you live, and without adaptation you die. It's a tough way to live, but a good way not to die. And why innovate at all? And if we do look at innovation, this is a German dishwashing detergent, and they'll see it and they say, well, it doesn't look so modern anymore, we have to innovate, right? And then they say they take the core of the product and they analyze it and they get new design, and then they say, yeah, and we're going to show the world what we can do and how our brand is modern and innovative, and boom, they change it, and there it is. And then they say, man, this is awesome, and they're totally happy, and they have 2% growth. And they say, in a saturated market where nothing happened, we came in and we gave this new bottle to the world, and we grew 2%. Let's open the champagne. And they're totally, totally, totally happy, and they're celebrating until somebody buys a designer kitchen, puts the product into the kitchen and says, oh my God, what's that? That's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. And then this person does something that nobody did before. Instead of asking why, this person actually says, why not? And you know the case because you're in the US. So this person actually invented the designer detergent that goes with the designer kitchen. It was called Method, was introduced, and then sold $75 million in 2008, and has 3,400% growth. And I know there are a lot of creatives in the room. 3,400 is tons more than 2. It's much better. Why is the 2% question? Because why optimizes the existing. It looks at the details and it optimizes the details. Why not is the 3,400% question? Because why not challenges the existing. I can even know how much money you have in the bank right now, if you're at home or not, what all kinds of stuff. And that contextual data is in certain countries legal to own. In others, it's illegal to own, but in all the countries, there are ways to find out. This is basically the total disruption of everything, because we know everything about you. As I said, legally or illegally. I've been to, I don't know how it is here, but I've been to conferences where people said, okay, and then we buy this information, and then we can always just hack that information, and blah, blah. It's just, we need that information and we get it. And that is a huge disruption. And disruption is defined by killing the old. Disruption disrupts what existed. You didn't know it before, and now you know it. It kills all the old ways of marketing. So Airbnb, where we stay, kills hotels. And Uber kills taxis. And that's why the people in Paris are really upset about Uber existing. And that's why they burn Uber and stuff like that, because they don't want that to happen. But obviously it will happen, right? Because disruption, as Gandhi said at first, they fight you, then they laugh about you, and then you win. You know, it will come, but it's very, very painful for a lot of people. All those things are happening unless you make it nice.
I thought Dietmar was great.
Dietmar is bold.
Dietmar's presentation was powerful.
Daring.
He's so eloquent and smart on his feet.
Has this charismatic fashion that just inspires the whole group.
And pulls together great metaphors.
Used everything from bugs to guns to blood.
It's visual and verbal combined, and you just get it.
Knitting together simple ideas in an innovative way to just present a trend.
He is this unique combination of marketing expert, digital guru, and rock star.